Hola, bienvenidos, welcome back to the channel. Today I am headed from Puerto Vallarta and I'm taking a new bus line. It's a first class bus line and it's called ETN. Now if you remember, I have taken the other bus line called Primera Plus before. I'll leave a link in the description below. But today I'm going to compare it to ETN and let's see what happens. So before we hop on this ETN bus, I'm going to continue from last week's episode and we're going to explore a different area of Puerto Vallarta. Let's do it.
Yes, it's hot out here. Yes, I need to drink some water.
So I'm currently right near the Nissan dealership in Puerto Vallarta and I'm headed north, and so I am walking right alongside the beachfront. It's actually to my left and the rest of Vallarta is over to the right, and this is near the hotel zone as well. So you're going to see some fancy hotels. Sheraton, I think the Hilton is further up ahead, but I elected to stay in a very authentic Mexican neighborhood, which I absolutely loved. There was a sushi restaurant on the corner, which I visited several times when I was there. They had great food. They also had a nice coffee shop, which I visited in the morning. I wasn't there in this area for too long. I think I was there for only 2 nights, and then I headed back to Ajijic on the ETN bus. I love finding unique coffee shops, and here we are. So I took an Uber from that area and I headed up to the bus station in Puerto Vallarta. From there, I caught the ETN bus, which you're going to see here in a moment. PV feels like a second home to me. I can maneuver the city quite easily. The transportation is readily available. You can take a variety of ways to get around town. This was the mall that we've been in before, previous video. I'll leave a link below. So here we are pulling into the bus station. I've been here several times before. I've taken Primera Plus out, but this time I wanted to take ETN. It's not a huge bus station, but there's always taxis out front. So when you get off the bus, you can have transportation to bring you to wherever you need to go. So here's the inside, filled with restaurants, different bus lines. You can purchase a ticket there if you need to. And I'm going to head on over to Puerta number 2. One thing I love about this lounge is look at these chairs. They're so comfy. There's plenty of room, plenty of space between each couch. They're so comfortable, and you can store your luggage there with no problem. I've got TVs for you to watch. It's so clean. Glass window, you can look outside. Here I am, waiting for my bus. So here's a different bus line right here. So I got there about a half hour before. ETN is a first-class bus line in Mexico. At the time of this episode, I have taken this bus line twice, and each time I had a fantastic experience. Let's break down our experience and why it was so great. Right from the start, the bus line is impressive. It's a double-decker bus, so if you want a way to view the city and the landscape of Mexico, this bus line is a great way to do it. The seating on the bus is one of their best assets. The seats are like movie theater seats. They are huge. They look like leather. They recline. There's a footstool so you can relax and live your best life on board. Now, every time I choose ETN, I choose to ride on the second floor. I love the views. The bus is so high up, I feel like I'm riding on a cloud. 2, I can see so much of the city. Let's chat about booking. There are several ways to book an ETN ticket. 1, you can book online on their website. I have heard, however, that sometimes there is an issue with accepting foreign credit cards on their website. 2nd, you can purchase a ticket at an OXXO right before your trip. This is the way I elected to do this. I purchased the morning of my trip at an OXXO, selected my seats with the help of the OXXO associate, paid with pesos, cash, and then had them print out the seat assignment and my ticket. I heard that ETN requires paper copies instead of electronic copies. On my most recent trip from San Miguel de Allende to Mexico City via ETN, I used an electronic ticket and had no issues. Third, you can purchase your ticket at a bus station before your trip. Now, in my opinion, this is a bit risky because the seat you may want may not be available, or worse, there may not be a bus with your particular schedule or route. However, it can be done. Now, when I travel via first class bus, I often compare the price with Primera Plus. They are close in price, but ETN tends to be a bit more, not by much, just a tad higher. The service has been excellent every time I chose ETN. Upon checking in, I was given headphones and their friendly staff assisted me with their luggage. The staff can also assist if you're not too familiar in Spanish, and they can answer questions you have even to make sure you're getting on the right bus. Their website is user-friendly and even available in English. The bus has been on time every time I used it. Now, I have been nervous about this too, as sometimes the buses will wait in the back of the parking lot and will drive up to the dock right before the departure time, about 15 to 20 minutes before departure. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit more of the ride. So we head north from Puerto Vallarta and we go through Bucerias. This bus ride takes a little over 5 hours to get from Puerto Vallarta into the Guadalajara area. You can easily fall asleep on this ETN bus because the seats are just so comfortable. Or you can listen to a podcast, or watch a video, or watch a movie. There is Wi-Fi on board, so you can access all the information that you need on your phone or on your laptop. Now, the route keeps going up in elevation. It goes through the mountains, and it goes all the way up, and it peaks in a city called Compostela. It is way up in the mountains. Higher and higher and higher in elevation until your ears start to pop. And yes, it's a very windy road. And somebody told me that they drove the road in their car and their dog unfortunately got sick during the trip. But the scenery is absolutely breathtaking. I could just stare out the window, and I pretty much do for the whole 5-hour trip. Yes, I bring movies that I intend to listen to, but I never watch them because I just stare out the window. Right about here is where it peaks. And you can see the valley. You can see these mountains, the trees. Everything is just so beautiful. And it keeps going higher and higher and higher. So once you hit Compostela, it starts to make the descent down the hill. Here's where we are on the map. My cell phone reception wasn't coming in too well. And here we're making our way into Guadalajara. We made another stop in Guadalajara before getting to our final destination. Okay, so here we have arrived at the Guadalajara bus station. As you can see, there are plenty of taxis and Ubers to get you to your next destination. I absolutely loved my experience on ETN. I was impressed beyond my anticipation. I will absolutely book them in the future.